On this episode of Did Y'all See, we're talking about Blac Chyna's engagement to Rob Kardashian, who comes first, your mother or your wife, and a game of who'd you rather between Common and Ice Cube. Get into all this tea on Did Y'all See. Hello, welcome to another episode of Did Y'all See? Hello, ladies. Hey. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so first up, we're talking about Blac Chyna and Robert Kardashian. They are engaged. So what do you guys think about the news? Are you surprised? Is it real? Will it last? What's up?
It's kind of sudden, I think, but I'm kind of here for it. I'm here for Angela Kardashian. I don't know. I want to see how this.
That's her real name?
Girl, her name is Angela. Angela Kardashian was trending. I saw a headline. I didn't get to read the article, but they said that she does plan on rebranding herself as Angela Kardashian once they're married.
My God.
And I'm here for it because it's about time that somebody came up off the Kardashians instead of the Kardashians coming up off of somebody else.
Somebody black.
So,
I agree.
Here for it.
I agree.
I'm definitely here for it because it just seems like Robert is in better spirits. He's out the house. Mm-hmm. He's losing some weight. He's smiling. So I don't know. It says a lot when, you steal my man, I'll take your brother and make him happy.
I'm not necessarily here for it. I'm all for people being happy, but I don't think it's genuine. And I think that it's interesting, that he's come so, close with her, knowing that she does not like his little sister, and they have all that beef. But whatever works for them. Because he definitely seems happier, and I'm glad to see him out the house. He was hidden for like a good year and a half. So if she's helping him do that, then that's great. But if it's not genuine, then it's just another reality TV ploy bullshit that I don't really feel like seeing. So, but congratulations.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of it either because it's kind of like, it's weird to see because it happens so quickly.
Yeah.
But it's also strange how the Kardashians are handling it because I feel like they play games all the time, and now that their brother is playing a game against them, that nobody's here for it. Blac Chyna's mom was all on Instagram like,
Girl, I need her to stop.
Nobody wished them congratulations. They post everything on social media, make everything a press announcement, and nobody had anything to say about this engagement. So, it's just really interesting to see the tables turn for me. Like, I don't necessarily think about them as a couple. I think about like what them as a couple is doing to that family because they seem to be like falling apart over it. You think she'll have a baby?
Girl, I don't know where this is going. I don't know if the Kardashians are in on this and this is just all girl, I look at it and I don't know, but I'm just here for the foolishness.
Somebody was like, Blac Chyna's finna be what Kylie could never be, a Kardashian, and I'm like, I just live for all of this though. I'm just like, it's so messy. It's like a soap opera. So did y'all see this Gap Kids ad? There was a little bit of discussion about whether it was offensive or not. So, this whole ad campaign is like girls can do anything. And these girls are a part of like a Cirque type troupe. So they do like all this acrobatic type stuff. And the little black girl seems to be used as a armrest. So people were like, oh, it's not a big deal. Gap actually had another ad last year where a black girl had her arm on a white girl's head. But then other people took issue with the image because it just looks, it sends like a different message. And the girl does not look happy in it.
It bothered me initially, but when I saw the other picture, I feel like a lot of that anger subsided. After seeing the other one,
The other one being the one
with the black girl resting her arm on the little white girl. Like, I'm just like, I don't know.
Either way, like, it still upset me just because, like, I know going to a predominantly white school for college, going to predominantly white school for elementary school, it's just, there's a certain way I feel like little white girls do treat black girls when they're growing up, whether it be the tone in which they use to talk to them. So just seeing this particular picture, I was like, fuck out of here, First of all, I don't know. I just don't think, especially with this whole mean girl culture still being prominent in today's society, I don't think that anybody should be resting their arm on anybody's head. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and I'm a tall person, so I have a habit of like doing things because I'm tall. Like, I'll put my head on you or something like that, or put your head on my breast or something like that. But I wouldn't ever prop my arm up on you because it makes you seem like you're not significant, like you're not a real human being.
Yes.
But I don't think everything is done intentionally. We just have to be careful. You know, you just have to, even when you're doing things on accident, you need to just ask somebody who's Black. Get people of different backgrounds. That's why it's so important to get people of different backgrounds to be on different, like, for different corporations, teams, and whatever, so that they can tell you, hell no, that don't look right.
It doesn't look right.
And even the one with whatever, you know, with the little Black girl putting on, nobody needs to do that.
Yeah.
So, you know,
no, it's completely. That's exactly how I felt. Like, it's not, because I don't think Gap they had a malicious intent behind it. You know, later on we learned that these two are adoptive sisters. The actress, who we know from In Silence of the Lambs, it puts the lotion on his skin. She's their mother, and the Black girl's adopted, and the white girl is her biological child. So it's like, I don't think, I really don't think it was malicious, but you have to, even to me, the fact that they are adoptive sisters made me even consider it a little bit more, because I'm like, if you're a mother, you want your children to be equally represented.
Exactly.
You want them both to look powerful, both to look capable, and it's like, so what is she doing? What is it that the Black girl can do by herself? She's the only Black girl in the ad. And so the little Black girls, like ourselves, are going to be drawn to the one who looks like us. And we want to see her looking powerful and being able to do something extravagant too. Like, this is just not, it just wasn't a good idea.
So for this week's Who'd You Rather, we're asking, would you rather have sex with, be with, choose Ice Cube or Common? So ladies, starting with Victoria, let us know your choice.
well, I love both of them. And I'm sure they're both going to be great in Barbershop, which comes out next week on the 15th. But I'm going to have to choose Common because, one, he's from Chicago, which I know, and two, because he's very handsome and he's very smart. Beard, no beard.
Freckles?
Right, hat, no hat, crochet pants. Like, he's just everything.
Can I have both?
No, I'm looking at Jasmine.
I guess Common because he's taller. Okay.
I'm gonna choose Common. I feel like this was a no-brainer. Common can get it any time, any place, anywhere. It don't matter. He likes the chocolate. I mean, it's whatever.
Do you see me?
You stick your tongue out?
I'm gonna have to cheat this week because I feel like if I were to see Common and Ice Cube on the street and I didn't know them and they weren't famous, I'd probably choose Ice Cube. But knowing what I know about the both of them, I feel like Common is just the better choice. After I read his book, I was just in love with Common, like in love with Common. I always thought he was cute, but after I read that book, I was like, where is the Common of my life? Like, he is perfect.
Where's my money, lady?
He is perfect. Let us know who you'd rather in the comment section below. Is it Common or is it Ice Cube? Let us know why. For this week's What Would You Do? We're talking about mother, sons, marriages. So Victoria, you wrote the story. Tell us about it.
So the story was like, it's a Family Matters, which I do weekly, but it was based on a conversation I had with a girlfriend of mine who just got married. And she was like dead ass serious, like, you know what you should write? We just got married. Who comes first, me or his mom? And she was like busting up laughing, but I could tell she was like obviously serious about the question because, you know, her husband is very close with his mom, and it's not like anything, over the top, but I think when you get married, you just wonder like how big of an influence will someone's mom, when they're very close to their mother, how big of an influence will they have in your relationship? So I brought that out there and I used different examples from people's issues online, and people were very, very adamant that they cannot stand mama's voice. And then there were mothers who were kind of like, hold on now, like a man shouldn't have to choose you over me or anything like that. And I was like, yeah, you shouldn't have to choose anybody, but your priorities should be in the right order. So what do you all feel is the right order? And how do, should a man, when he's very close to his mom, or a woman who's very close to her dad, whatever, how should they deal with these kinds of situations?
I think that your wife should come first, but I think that there's a healthy balance. Like, I see too many men who get married and they chasing behind their wife and their wife's family, and they completely disregard their family. And I don't condone that.
Right.
I feel like family is like, loyalty is very important, but, we're supposed to be coming together and we're supposed to be building our own family. Right. So I would hope that it never came down to it, but I hope that in your mind, that you gotta
you know, you got to put our family first.
That's how I feel. Like, I don't feel like it should be a competition, you know?
Right.
Like, it's like some things your mom's gonna come first in and some things your wife is gonna come first in. And you just know to take care of business.
Right.
Don't let nobody be feeling like they left out too many times.
Right.
Because your parents aren't gonna be around too much longer as we get older. And your wife is your wife. This is who you chose and who you committed to.
Right.
So it's like, okay, if your mom is sick in the hospital and you have a date night plan, who are you supposed to see?
I think a good matriarch knows how to keep everything at bay.
Okay.
There's too many messy mother-in-laws out here who are like, pick me.
Right.
And then you got a wife, pick me.
Right.
And it's just a mess.
It's a mess for everybody involved.
Right, and that's the thing. I feel like mothers who want to behave like they're the wife, right? I really look at them weird. I'm not gonna lie though, I do have aunts and I do know mothers because they're of a certain culture. They feel like they're everybody's wife, which is weird. So I just think it's, you know, if you have that type of mother-in-law, it just takes the right woman. And also just having that open communication with your fiance or husband, letting them know like they have to, as the man, since they, you know, since they think that, since the mom thinks that she's it, you know, as the man, then you
gotta
have
be
to
the
draw
one.
the line because she thinks she's in a relationship with you, your father, your little brother, you know, so.
Yeah, definitely. I just felt like there just needs to be an understanding because as a mother, I would never want to raise a son and then when he gets married, I'm all
Up
in your marriage. Like there's a certain point where I'm always going to love you, but I have to let you be an adult and go and find your way. And if you need my advice or if I want to hang out with you, we'll do our thing. But there needs to be an understanding that this is a separate relationship.
Yeah.
And if somebody asks for your advice, then cool. But you don't need to be up in there like, well, y'all need to hurry up and go ahead and have babies, and y'all need to do this, and your wedding needs to be like that. And I can't do stuff like that. So that's where my stance was on it. But it was very a heated conversation on the story in question. So the question is now to you all: how should you handle this kind of situation if you have a meddling mom, or you are, you know, the mom and the wife is doing the most? Like, how should someone handle this? Who comes first? Does anybody need to come first? Talk about it. For this week's We See You, we're shouting out all the ladies who were honored during the Black Girls Rock ceremony, which is now annual and which airs on BET. It came on this week and they shouted out all kinds of lovely, talented ladies, from Rihanna to Denai Guerrera and Amanda Sternberg. You know your name, girl. Amanda, the Black Lives Matter, you know, people behind that, and just Shonda Rhimes, a lot of talented, lovely women. And it's just good to know that through Beverly Bonds and through, you know, BET, that we're having the chance to showcase and celebrate Black women who are everyday Black women, celebrity Black women who are really doing big things. And, you know, Black girls do rock. I mean, ain't no question about that. Am I right?
Indeed.
All right, raise the roof. We see.
So for this week's edition of Cold Tea, we're talking about Miss Halle Berry. So she was speaking at a conference for Black men, interestingly enough, and she was saying that the reasons why her marriages haven't lasted, or her relationships in general haven't lasted, is because she kept choosing boys instead of men. She was like, "What I look like, a grown woman being with these boys." So what do y'all think about her comments?
Girl, Halle, it's too true. I don't know. Hindsight is 20/20. Hopefully, you know, she'll make better choices next time.
Right.
Hopefully.
And she recently debuted her first Instagram, and she said that she's willing to be open and honest with her fans. So I'm excited about all the lessons from Halle Berry.
Halle's Berry.
I ain't got nothing that's positive to say. So, all right, Halle. Like you said, hindsight is 20/20. Get you a man, not a boy, or a woman, or whatever you want to do.
Cat, dog.
Right, cat, dog.
Don't do that. That's illegal.
Right.
Horse, whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely a both and situation. I can't stand that timer.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's a both and situation. Like she obviously chose some little boys. She did. But obviously something's going on that you keep choosing little boys. Yeah. Are you a little girl?
Oh.
I mean, we gotta really talk about both sides.
Auntie Halle, Veronica said that now.
And we love Halle, but let's just, you know.
Yeah.
Let's
We're
just be
rolling
real. Let's be
sis.
real. That's it for this episode of Did Y'all See? Be sure to let us know what you thought about each of these stories in the comment section below. Hey guys!
guys, thank you so much for supporting Madame Noire's YouTube channel. For more Did Y'all See, click here. For celebrity interviews, click here. And for our new series, Ask a Black Man in Los Angeles, click here. And as always, subscribe.